Hello internet and all of the candle lovers out there, it's Cassidy from Candle Craze, and it is November 1st, which means that it's time for October's candle empties. This month I burned through a lot of jars, and I melted more this month than I did from September. So I'm definitely going to try to make this as fast as I can because I do have quite a few. But anyway, I just want to, of course, always apologize for my lovely all-natural appearance. This video almost did not get made today, but I have decided to get up close and personal and show you guys the real me. So yeah, no makeup and freshly cleaned hair. So without further ado, let's get to the candles, and don't mind my rambling and my somewhat congested voice today. Gotta love those allergies. Alright, so getting to the candles that I finished a Yankee Candle large jar in the scent Maple Pancakes, and this is one of my ultimate favorite fall fragrances from Yankee. It has been a treasure for the last 2 years. Prior to that, it was retired. And burning wise, I had a little tiny bit of soot, but other than that, it burned pretty clean. I usually, for my large house warmer jars, I always stop right underneath the label, because when you really think about it, like, this entire wax that's left in here has been completely liquefied, so basically all of the oils are gone, so no need to keep burning an unscented piece of wax. But this was great. I love Maple Pancakes, like I've said in other videos and just previously. It's a really nice, like, mapley bakery scent. Absolutely love it, would totally recommend it, and would definitely repurchase. I even got my... Oops, someone's calling me! Pause! Sorry about that, guys. Someone had just called me, so I had to answer it. But as I was saying, yeah, I have my bag ready that they are going to be disposed in, so let's put Maple Pancakes in there. Alright, the next Yankee jar that I finished is a large sparkling cinnamon. This one I threw in the candle warmer because I could not keep this bad boy lit. The wick was terrible, definitely hardcore case of puny wick syndrome. Fragrance throw, I was very disappointed. It was very light, and this is supposed to be a really rich, like, cinnamon bark, very spicy, very strong, and it just did not perform very well for me. Based on this experience, I don't know if I would buy it again in a candle. I have tried this in milk cups and tarts and all of that other stuff in the past, so I might just stick with those. But, you know, it definitely, this is a classic for Yankee, and a lot of people really like this scent, so I would definitely recommend it if you guys like cinnamon scents, but I will warn you, like, mine didn't perform very well. So I'd be interested to see if you guys have had similar problems with this scent. So this is Yankee's Sparkling Cinnamon. Alright, now moving into the 2 wicks that I finished. So I finished a Yankee Candle Mountain Lodge, large 2-wick candle. This scent I absolutely adore. It's very musky, it has a little bit of patchouli, and it has like a woodsy note. I absolutely, like, on cold, I absolutely love this. I actually know someone who smells like this, and every time he walks by, I'm just like, oh my gosh, you smell like Mountain Lodge. And he's like, I don't know what that is. And I, like, have to explain. And then he was like, oh my gosh, I smell like a candle. But anywho, like, this performance-wise was very light, and that's what made me really sad about it, because I love the scent so much on cold. Like, it's just, I absolutely adore it. It's wonderful. So this, I ended up, again, since I couldn't really smell it towards the end, I got really impatient, and I threw it in my candle warmer, and I actually had a small jar, which I think I talked to you guys about in one of my last haul videos, and I actually, this guy was pretty much done. I poured the rest of it into here to kind of see if it would give it an extra boost, which it kind of did. Fragrance wise, like I said, it didn't perform very well. It was very light. I would give it like a 3 out of 10, but it smelled really good. That's why I kind of dealt with it for most of the candle. As you can see, these 2 wicks definitely have a lot of residue on the jars they burn. That's just kind of how they work, but I still like the 2 wicks. They're great, if you need to have something pull really fast and get the job done. So that would be Yankee Candle Mountain Lodge in a 2 wick and a small jar. My bag. Alright, the next 2 wick that I finished from Yankee, which I bought at the outlet, it's called Grateful. And this one is pumpkin spice and vanilla. This one, I actually really liked it. Again, it was very light, definitely a 3 or a 4 out of 10. But I was actually burning it with my maple pancakes, and it gave it a really nice, a very sweet vanilla kind of scent. It reminded me a lot of Yankee Candle cinnamon vanilla with a little bit more of a bakery vanilla note than it did the cinnamon. But I did like it. I didn't get any of the pumpkin spice. It was mainly just cinnamon and vanilla. But it burned really well, burned pretty close to the bottom, a little bit of soot, and of course a little bit of residue. And yeah, I bought this at the outlet in the summer with Caitlin. I think we did like a 4 for $44. But anywho, if I would see this again, I don't think I would grab it. But if you like sweet and spicy scents, I would recommend this to you. You can get this at TJ Maxx, Marshall's, Home Goods. I have recently seen them there. So that's Yankee Candle's Grateful. Now moving into my Bath & Body Works candles, I finished 4. First one is Pumpkin Cupcake. Pumpkin Cupcake I finished, I think, at the very beginning of October. This one didn't really stand out to me. It was very basic. The cupcake smell didn't really come across to me as like Yankee's vanilla cupcake. It was definitely more similar to like pumpkin buttercream by Yankee, which I love that fragrance. This was like a cheap version of that scent. This one, the fragrance notes read whipped buttercream, pumpkin spice, and vanilla cupcake. I definitely got like a pumpkin buttercream kind of scent from this. Again, it wasn't very strong. This one was like a 5 out of 10. It burned pretty well. It had some residue, and I did have pretty good wicks with this candle. I didn't have puny wick syndrome or anything like that. But this one, I don't think I would repurchase again, and I wouldn't recommend it because it didn't wow me. It was... Again, I think it's a cheap version of Yankee's Pumpkin Buttercream, so I wouldn't run out to go buy this scent. I know a lot of people were on the fence about it this year because apparently there has been changes in this fragrance over the years with Bath & Body Works. For me, it just didn't do it. So, it's up to you. If you get it for $8, why not? So that's Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Cupcake. I also finished a pumpkin pecan waffles, and let me tell you, friends, this one outdid all of these and put all of the other candles to shame. It was so strong. I'm giving it like a 7.5 out of 10, which is saying a lot for a little mason jar. Burned pretty well. I got sick of the fragrance, which is why I didn't burn it like 1 or 2 more times, which it probably has. And it was definitely more of the like waffle than it was maple or pumpkin. I didn't get any pecan. I just got like a waffle scent, which I was okay with because I love that kind of smell. But it was just very, very strong. This little guy, my entire apartment smelled like waffles. Which was interesting. I wish I had like an ice cream candle to pair with it. That would have been awesome, but I did not. So I would definitely recommend this to you guys. It's super strong, and this little guy did fantastic. So I would definitely consider repurchasing this one. And that's Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. Ooh, this is a good one. My favorite, I think, out of all the Bath & Body Works candles I burned this month, Cranberry Woods. This one, oh my gosh. I absolutely love it, and here's why. It smells like a craft store. Like if you go to AC Moore or one of those like antique, craft stores, that's what it smells like. It has like that really nice tart cranberry. Notes on this one reads, tart cranberry, get it, cinnamon bark, forest cedar, and golden amber. So I absolutely get tart cranberry. Absolutely. And I get a little bit of the cinnamon. I don't get the woods, like the woody note, and I don't get the amber, but the cinnamon and the cranberry I absolutely get. And this was fantastic. It was so strong. That's what I'm giving like a 6 out of 10. And again, for a Bath & Body Works candle, a 6 out of 10 is a good rating. Is it fantastic? Did it blow me out of the house? No, but as you guys may be noticing, like I rarely give anything above an 8 on candles these days. So, I mean, a 6 is a good rating for me. But this was fantastic. I would absolutely repurchase this, and I would absolutely recommend it to you guys. I'm debating if I should get more. I'm going to see what kind of sales come up, and maybe I'll do a little stash haul. We'll see. But this is Bath & Body Works Cranberry Woods. Absolutely loved it. Okay, here's the dud, the biggest dud of the group from Bath & Body Works. This is Caramel Woods. Basically, anything that you guys can think of that could go wrong with this candle went wrong. I poured out half the candle because I couldn't keep it lit. I kept having to cotton ball it, and I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pour some of it out and see what happens. So I did that. Then, once I finally got it to burn correctly, I could not smell it. And when I could smell it, it smelled burnt and disgusting, like a burnt, bad caramel. This was terrible. I mean, the notes on this one reads, rich caramel, no. Buttery toffee, no. Autumn oak, no. Tonka bean, no. And saffron, absolutely not. So I got none of those. Well, I got a little bit of it was a burnt caramel, and it was terrible. I was very disappointed in this scent. I would not recommend this, and I would not repurchase it. It was definitely a dud. So no to Caramel Woods by Bath & Body Works. If you see it, pass up on it. It's not good. Alright, so moving on. I did finish a box of tea lights. I finished a box of Witch's Brew tea lights. I burned these yesterday for Halloween, and I also had a Witch's Brew wax melt to go with it. This is just a really great patchouli sandalwood fragrance. It's very strong, and if you like that kind of patchouli, very like almost hippie-like kind of scent, it's fantastic. Very strong. Highly would recommend it and would repurchase. So for the melts that I finished, I did finish 2 melt cups from Yankee. I have sparkling cinnamon, which I actually put in that sparkling cinnamon large jar candle on my warmer. Finished that. Not gonna keep talking about that. Finished an apple pumpkin melt cup. I've already talked about this fragrance. It is always a good performer. Would definitely recommend it and would buy it again. Alright, I did finish some tarts. I finished one of the new Alpine Martinis, which I'm actually burning candles of this right now, so I'm going to save that review for later. But just to give you a quick synopsis, it's definitely a tart cranberry. I've been burning it with the cranberry woods, and it was fantastic. Definitely an interesting one. If you guys haven't tried it, try it in the tart and see what you think. I really like it, but stay tuned. I'll have a more detailed review probably when I finish the candles. Alright, another one that we finished, Macintosh Spice. I pulled this out of my tart collection that I'm trying to burn through because I have so many. This one was just average apple cinnamon. It wasn't overly strong. Would not repurchase and would not buy it again. It was just okay. Finished an Autumn in the Park. This I actually was mixing with that Macintosh Spice in my centerpiece warmer. And it's just a really fresh apple with cedar. This one I would never buy in a candle, but in like tarts, room sprays, things like that, I do like it. So if you like a fresh apple scent, I would recommend it. If you're into Macintosh, you probably will like it as well. Alright, another one that I finished, Celebrate Christmas. This one is a really spicy, like ginger scent. So if you like ginger and clove, I would definitely recommend it. This one does give off a good throw. It's definitely very spicy. This is good for blending. If you want to add a rich spice to something, I would highly recommend it. So that's Celebrate Christmas. And then I finished, you guys can't really see it, it's a crappy old label, Yankee Candle Cranberry Chutney. That's just a really classic, like, this is Yankee's classic cranberry. And Anthony from Candle Cafe just finished a candle and cranberry chutney. And I kind of had the same luck as him. I didn't really smell this. I think previous year's versions have been better. This one just wasn't very strong. I still really like it, and I would continue to repurchase it because it's just a classic fall fragrance from Yankee. But moving on to some Kringle melts. I finished 3. This one was amazing. It's called Fireside. I think this is one of the new winter scents. And this one, oh my gosh, it smells like a fire, and it has like a really nice, like, rich cinnamon. Like, this is what I wanted, like, sparkling cinnamon to be like. Minus, like, the fiery kind of smokiness. But this one, guys, was awesome. Absolutely loved it. It was very strong, filled up my entire bedroom, and it was wonderful. I would consider buying a candle in this, but with my track record with Kringle candles, I'm still on the fence about that, but definitely in the melts, I would totally repurchase and recommend. This one, based on fragrance throw, this was like a 6, which again is pretty good. 6 out of 10. Definitely would repurchase that one, and that's Fireside. Another awesome one that I finished from Kringle is Mulling Spices. This one was really good. And this one has like an apple, kind of reminds me of like an apple cider, but more of like a mulled cider. You definitely get the spices. It's more of, again, it's like a mulled cinnamon with like a mulled apple. It's fantastic. This one was so strong, and it smells like what you know what I'm saying? Like, it smells like what it's supposed to be. And this one was fantastic. This is another one I would consider purchasing, another product from Kringle. So definitely a good one. I would definitely recommend this to you guys and would repurchase. Last one that I have is maple sugar. This one I was burning with my maple pancakes to kind of give it a little bit of an extra oomph. It was okay. It's basically the same exact scent. I do like it. I think I have one more maple pancakes jar from Yankee left, so I might get more of the melts just to kind of pair with it, because it does give it a nice little oomph. If you guys like maple sugars, like maple syrup, pancake scents, would definitely recommend it. It's pretty good. It's pretty average. So that's the maple sugar by Kringle. So that kind of concludes my empties for this month. Sorry if this was a little long. I tried to like keep it going without it being super, super long. So if you guys have made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and you guys have a wonderful November. And Christmas is coming, which is very excited. But anyway, I will see you guys later. And remember to tell your friends about us. Even if they like candles or not, remember we can convert them. And thank you guys so much. We'll see you later. Bye.